Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here and welcome to your monthly pick a card reading for August of 2020. I can't believe it's already August. Wow. But this month is actually jam-packed astrologically. We have a few really intense transits. For example, Mars square Saturn and Mars square Jupiter. We have a full moon in Aquarius. We actually start the month with the full moon in Aquarius, and we finish it off, or towards the end of it, we will have finally our new moon in Leo, which we totally skipped. So it's a weird month. It's energetically going to be very intense. I think a lot of us are going to be experiencing major life sort of altering situations. I think a lot of us are already starting to realize that we have to make some big decisions in our lives in terms of our future, where we stand, where we want to be. And a lot of people are choosing to make big moves and big changes in their lives because they want to align more with their destiny, more with their life purpose. And that's what we're going to see a lot of in August, is big changes, big shifts, crazy things going on in the world collectively, but also individually in our own lives. And this reading will give you some insight into what that might look like for you for the month of August, how these energies are going to manifest in your life, what are the major themes that you are going to experience that are going to be brought up for you for this month of August. So I hope this reading gives you some insight and guides you along the month. We will call in a spirit guide, a animal spirit guide, and also a crystal as well that you will discover once you pick your pile. And if you've never done a pick a card reading before, these are the 4 piles. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Just pick the one that draws you in the most, and then go into the description of the video or the comments, and there will be timestamps for each of the piles, and just select your pile. Without further ado, let's get right into the readings. All right, pile number 1. The themes for you are these cards of You're Not Alone and Break the Chain. The You're Not Alone card is very interesting. It actually has, if I kind of show it to you a little bit closer, it actually has a very beautiful image of these 2 women connecting. It looks like they could be in some kind of time travel machine, going through a portal, a spaceship, something like that. But what I see in this card is there's a deep focusing, a deep connection that's going on for you. And it has to do with tuning into the frequencies, because the electricity between their hands are activating this frequency. It's sort of like a channel that is opening up for you this month, and you are tuning into it and you're focusing on it, and it's bringing you all the answers. Well, the answer that you need, that you're actually looking for, is to break the chain, the ancestral chains, to heal in a way that maybe you've never healed before in your life, because the ancestral healing is always the one that is the most difficult to do, because it takes a lot of inner courage and inner wisdom and an inner knowing that you can really only get by tuning into your intuition. So the Hermit card that comes right after this these 2 themed cards. So you've got the Hermit, you've got the 8 of Swords, and you've got the Knight of Swords. Now the Hermit card is saying there's a moment here of stillness, there's a moment of quiet, there's you walking, you can even see it in the card, there's you walking into and through a portal. And what you're going to discover is you're going to see all of the different ways that you are being blinded by outside sources, but also by your inner self. There are certain things that you're not able to see, and it's because you're not wanting to see them. So the only way to approach the situation, to clear away anything that you're not seeing, to take off the blinds and to be able to really look forward and not be confused anymore and not feel trapped, because right now you feel a little bit trapped. That's the 8 of Swords energy. The way to do this is you need to charge forward with courage. The Knight of Swords charges forward with courage and has a lot of faith and just believes in himself and is very confident and knows that it can achieve anything it sets its mind to. Now, the 3 astrological influences that we add on here is you get the Pisces card. And so there's that faith coming in that I was talking about. You need to give yourself a chance. Even though right now, because of the 8 of Swords and because you feel trapped, you do feel that trapped energy. Even though that's happening, there's ways to get around that. And this card is telling you that the way to take off that blind fold, the way to uncover or unveil what you're not seeing, what is hidden, is to believe and to have faith and to know and to activate your wisdom. That's Aquarius energy. It's freedom, it's revolution, it's uniqueness. It's like being an individual and knowing that you're confident enough to be yourself. It's really what Aquarius is all about. All of these things are showing you that what you need to activate within you to find this freedom from feeling trapped in the world. And this is about you. The first house is you. This is your identity. This is how you identify yourself. This is how you experience and also express yourself in the world. And this is about your own inner journey. This has nothing to do with anyone else but you. And, you know, people on the outside might see one thing, but what's really going on the inside is you're feeling a little bit trapped and you're feeling like you don't know which way to go. But you need to charge forward because the energies are there for you to charge forward. And you need to remember that you're not alone and you have a pretty big task. Like breaking the chains is a huge task, and it's about karma. It's about like south node energies. You break the chains from the past. You move on from the past because you know that there's a better future. So the things that you're gonna need are protection for sure. I would do some protection mantras, meditations, visualizations, things like that. Focus on what feels good. This card of pleasure is actually really cool. It tells you that in order for you to move forward, one of the things that we forget is to have fun and let ourselves feel pleasure in our lives. And so if you're wanting to find more freedom, that Aquarius is what brings in the freedom, you need to let yourself have fun. You need to let yourself enjoy life. The sun right now is still in Leo, and that's what the sun is all about in Leo. It's I'm gonna have fun. I'm going to be a kid again. I'm going to let my creativity come alive. These are the things that the universe is asking you to activate in your life. And you're gonna be creating security by doing all of these things, by focusing, by listening, by paying attention, by figuring out what it is exactly that you need to figure out to move forward away from the feeling trapped. So the moon cards are the energy is gaining momentum, the waxing moon, the communication is key, the Gemini moon, and a new start is coming, the new moon. So this month is wow, this is like actually a lot, but just know that things are going to definitely shift for you. You're not going to be stuck in this like trapped 8 of Swords energy for very long. You are traveling through a portal that will open up new possibilities for you to heal karmic wounds, to heal past karma. And so you need to trust that the energy is gaining momentum. You need to learn to communicate very clearly about what your needs are, what you want in relationships, in your life, for yourself. Remember, you got the first house of the self. And you need to trust that a new start is definitely coming. A new moon is a new moon to set intentions, to bringing new beginnings. All of those things come in with the energy of the new moon. Now, we've also pulled a spirit guide that will guide you through this journey, through this portal towards healing ancestral karma. And she is Miao Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. I like the tiger that is there with her. So this goddess or this princess is here to say, okay, I'm going to have a little mercy on you and I'm going to cut you some slack, but you really need to do the work. You're the one that has to connect. You're the one that has to tune in and to figure out what is really wanting to be, shifted in you. What is wanting to be healed? What is needing to be healed and expressed in your life? The dolphin is your spirit animal for the month, and he brings a lot of healing. The dolphin is a beautiful spirit animal. First of all, they actually do heal. They have a sixth sense. And so it's almost like they are smarter than human beings because they have this ability to communicate with each other through their sixth sense, which is, and it's instinctive and it's natural for them. They don't block it, of course, because animals would never block their instinctual abilities. But you need to be a little more like the dolphin. You need to trust your own gifts. You need to trust your own psychic abilities. You need to trust that you have the answers within you. And also know that when you tune in, when you tap in, that's when the abundance comes into your life. And we also got your crystal for the month is citrine. And citrine is connected to the solar plexus chakra. And so this is, again, coming back to the theme of the Knight of Swords. It's that lunging forward energy with your sword as a knight, with courage and confidence, and saying, this is from my solar plexus. This is from my center. The solar plexus is the center, and that's what the citrine represents. So the universe is saying there's a lot of citrine is also abundance. So the abundance is coming into your life. You need to focus on yourself, the first house. You need to trust that what's coming is beautiful, but you also need to take action towards making it happen. And whatever it is that you feel you're not seeing, you need to take off the blinders. You need to choose to see that which you do not want to see. And when you do that, that will unveil the truth, and that will unlock the door to the portal that will take you right towards where you need to go. And it all has to do with healing ancestral karma for you this month. So good luck. Let me know in the comments how this reading resonated with you. If you would like a private reading, you can schedule one on my website, channelforgrace.guru. And please check out the website for all of our awesome online astrology courses and goddess courses and all the awesome stuff that I have to offer. Also, Etsy shop, Eagle Star Jewels, all those things are available. And we have a sale going on in Etsy for 60% off for just a couple more days through the end of July. So make sure you check that out. And I'll see you guys next month for your pick a card. Sat Nam. All right, pile number 2, your theme is deep cellular healing. Let me show you this card because it is so beautiful. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. I love the image in this card. It's very heart-centered, very focused on that. And very beautiful that right next to that you get the Trust Your Path card. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? You have shadow work, 6 of Cups, and 6 of Pentacles. So what I see here in general, the theme is the shadow work card really takes kind of on this power that is stronger than the other 2 cards because it is a major arcana. The shadow work card is saying that this month there is work that you are going to be doing that is not going to feel good. Because that's basically what shadow work is. It means that you have to see things that you didn't want to see. It means that you have to acknowledge the shadow side of you, the dark side of your personality, your life, your ego, all of that stuff, and still move forward, but with more strength because you've acknowledged that you're not perfect. You've acknowledged that there's still aspects of you that you'd like to change, and you'd like to become a better person, or you'd like to heal yourself from past trauma, things like that. Shadow work is what guides you through that transition. But the thing about shadow work is that it really doesn't feel very good. But it has to do with, because you have the 6 of Cups right after that, it has to do with the energy of the past, of looking back and healing something that has already happened, but somehow you have to transmute the energy and begin to focus a little bit more on yourself, on more abundance in your life. In the image of the Six of Pentacle cards, she's sitting there in meditation and she's focusing her energy and her mind on everything that's around her, but you also see this like portal behind her. The focus that you need for this month is the focus that will guide you through this shadow work, through this almost, maybe not dark night of the soul, but definitely a big change. I see you facing things this month that you've been wanting. Like, I see this as a really good thing. I don't feel a negative energy from this at all. I think what this is saying is that you're ready. You've been wanting to do this work, and August will be like, it'll push you towards actually doing the work. That's good news. That's amazing, because when we get through that, like the tough, like the hurdle or the bump or the hump or whatever, that is when we start to truly get to where we want to go in life, because the shadow work has to happen in order for anything else, any other portal, any other door to open. And this month is going to it's going to test you. I think it's going to test you because of the trust your path card. Because you wouldn't need to be told to trust if you didn't trust, right? Like if something wasn't going to test you about your, where you're going or whether you're on the right path and all those things. So it's significant this month to focus your energy on what is it that you really want. The Six of Pentacles, it has to do with the earth element, but also the coins, which is money. It's related to money. And so what is it that you really want? What's the vision of your life that you really want? Do you want to give? Do you want to receive? What is it that you're ready for, and what kind of purpose are you wanting to step into? You have the Pluto card of transformation. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Pluto is also one of the planets where in the next few months, Mars and Pluto will be squaring each other. First is going to be Mars and Jupiter, and then Mars and Saturn, and then Mars and Pluto. And this is like war-like energies. To be completely honest, this is the kind of energies that cause a lot of conflicts, because they are sort of the symbolism is, Mars is the god of war and Pluto is the god of the underworld, right? He rules transformation and change. Saturn is the god of time and of karma, of the past. And Jupiter magnifies everything. But in Capricorn right now, Jupiter is very much, it's either detriment or fall. I can't remember exactly. I think it's detriment. It's in detriment. I can't remember exactly, but it's in one of those signs where it's not dignified. And so it doesn't really feel that good. And it's like in Saturn's sign. So it's being influenced by the planet of karma. So it's like expanding that energy in our lives, instead of what it normally would love to do is like bring in good luck and hope and like focus on expansion. It's expanding things that are making us feel like we're being more restricted. So with these gods battling it out, we're going to see a lot of intense tension come up in our lives that needs to be resolved. And for you, it's a process that begins now, but it doesn't end. It begins now, and it transforms you and helps you reach a point in your life where you are in a better place, where you feel more like yourself, where you feel more freedom, where you feel like you are that phoenix that rises from the ashes, that goes through that, underworld Plutonian gnarliness and comes out like, I did it. And it feels really good. And it learns to trust because it learned to trust itself. This has a lot to do with your the fourth house. So this is roots. This is your home. This is your family. These are the issues that are coming up. Also, the Six of Cups and the fourth house are very much connected to relationships, past relationships that haven't healed, that are still affecting you. Taurus is that energy that it's about your relationship with the material world. And do you know what you value? You know what's important? Do you have your eyes set on what's really important in life? That's what the Taurus card is asking you. And is it's really important in your life is your home and your family and your relationships at home. Then what kind of actions are you taking to make that a better world for you? The energies that are wanting to speak through is love comes from transformation. And that's really powerful. And it is through the stillness that I also see in that Six of Pentacles, that meditative position is where the stillness, in that stillness is where the answers come. And then surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, you also get the trust card. And remember in the beginning, you got trust your path. Then here we got trust again. So again, it's like trust is a big theme for you this month of August. You're going to have to just trust. Like, don't be afraid. It's okay to be afraid, because shadow work means you face your fears. It's okay to be afraid, but don't lose the trust. Just keep trusting that you're being guided to exactly where you need to be. The moon is saying it's time to take action, the new moon in Aries. The full moon in Scorpio is saying it's also time to release any negativity in your life. And the disseminating moon is telling you that it's also time to take a break, to relax, to let yourself process whatever's coming up, and don't try to rush it. There's a beautiful song called Don't Rush Your Feelings, I think it's called, or something like that. It's Trevor Hall, but he says, he basically says you can't rush your healing. And it's so true, and it's so beautiful. It's like you have to just let it unfold. And I think that's what this month is going to test you, but you'll see the beauty when it reaches that climax, and then you're on the other side where you actually feel so much better about yourself. Because you've done the work that you needed to do. You've done that shadow work. You've faced your fears, and you've come out on the other side stronger, more grounded, and ready to like truly be in a healing space. Your spirit guide or spirit goddess this month is Goddess Isis. She's the high priestess. She will help you to connect to your intuition. She's the goddess of magic. She will teach you about your magic. She's also brings up this notion that sexual energy is sacred. And remember, we also got the Taurus card, which is all about sensuality. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. That's beautiful. That's going to be your mantra this month, especially because we got Taurus. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Where in your life are you lacking pleasure, and why? I would ask myself those questions. The starfish is your spirit guide for your spirit animal for the month. And starfish are really beautiful. Starfish are usually like awesome. Like when you see them in the water, you're like, wow, a starfish. Like it's an exciting energy. It's like the stars in the ocean, right? It's like having stars out in the ocean. It's like the same symbolism. It's like as above, so below. There's a mirror. Like in astrology, you've got the stars up above, but then in the ocean down below, we have the starfish. So the stars are speaking to you through the realm of the water. The wisdom is coming through you through the realm of the emotions this month. So listen to your emotions, listen to how you feel, pay attention to how you feel and why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And also know that no matter what happens, you know, if you cut off a leg from a starfish, it'll grow another one back. And if you and that leg that you cut off will grow like a whole star on it. And that is like the perfect example of what happens when we do shadow work. We may get injured, you know, we may get emotionally injured. We may literally get physically injured. Something will happen that will test you. It will test your faith and will ask you to trust like you've never trusted before. And then you've got lithium quartz. Any kind of quartz is good for clearing energies. Lithium quartz is a very calming stone. It is actually the type of stone that will calm your energy so that you can relax and kind of focus and make the right decisions. So if you can't find lithium quartz, I would recommend just getting any kind of quartz, because they magnify the energies of other stones, but they also have this power to clear any negative energy as well. So any clear quartz malas or any clear quartz that you can use and just have with you, maybe you can carry around in your pocket or put it on your altar if you have an altar. But all these things, there's a lot of magic in this reading. There's a lot of and there's an awakening process that's going to happen this month. What your main message is to trust, and trust some more. So I hope that resonated with you. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you would like to schedule or book a personal reading, you can do so on my website. Check out my Aquarian Astrology classes online, my Moon Goddess classes online, as well as at my Etsy store. There's a 60% off sale until the end of July, so make sure to check that out. It's Eagle Star Jewels on Etsy, but everything's on my website. And also check out my new podcast on all podcast platforms, and it is called Channel for Grace Uncut Podcast. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. All right, pile number 3. This is your theme card. It is actually Whale and Orca Elders. This is a beautiful card. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. Wow, that's powerful. So whales are a super powerful omen, a super powerful spirit animal. They're amazing. They hold space. Believe it or not, the most powerful thing about whales is their magnificent presence, that like you feel it. If you've ever seen a whale, you know that they sort of leave you with this wonder and awe because of their size. First of all, they're huge, but they're gentle. They're gentle creatures, even though they have this like massive dinosaur size. They're still like, they're beautiful, and they move slow and they take their time. They have to, because they're so big, but like that's the beauty that the whale represents. Is it represents energies that are present, but that are ancient, and that are able to trust fully in themselves and know who they are and be patient and take their time with everything that they do. And that is the message for you. Like, you need to take the time that you need to take that journey. The whale is going to take you very deep into the ocean, but it can also, swim all the way up to the surface, and they actually breathe air. So they're like mammals. It's interesting the way that they survive, but they're able to really take those deep dives into the unknown and also come back up for air. So you have to trust that you'll be able to come back up for air as this month progresses, and as things start to appear in your life. You have to trust that like you are completely being guided. The whale is it's pretty much one of your spirit animals for this month. And it is the elders, it's ancient wisdom that is coming through to you. You're also being activated by the pillars of light. Your vibration is rising, and you are the oracle. And so whatever comes after these cards, these 2 first cards are powerful, and they hold a lot of strength, and they hold a lot of beautiful energy. So as we start to read the following cards, you'll start to see the story unfold a little bit more. But know that you are going through a process this month where your energy is vibrating higher, it's rising, and it's going to feel uncomfortable as you discover all the things that are no longer in alignment with that rising vibration. First of all, you get the Devil, then you get the 3 of Swords, and then you get the 7 of Swords. These 3 cards they all can be heavy of a message. The Devil is, it deals with the addictions in your life that you haven't dealt with. It brings up these things because they need to be cleansed. So that's one of the first things that in order to reach this higher vibration, you're going to have to deal with these addictions that you haven't dealt with since in the past and that you need to deal with now in order to move forward. You're healing a broken heart for sure with the Three of Swords. You have, with the Seven of Swords, you've either felt like you've been lied to, like things have been hidden from you. People have gotten away with things because they have taken advantage of you. And this could also mean that you, up to this point, have gotten away with not facing the things that you were supposed to face. But no longer is that going to be an option. You can tell she's like turning her gaze away, like she doesn't want to see the swords. She doesn't want to see that. And so I feel like this applies a little bit more to, this reading for you is like, I think you've been trying to get away with not doing the work, but it's not going to work anymore, because the more that you do that, the more you're like stabbing yourself in the heart, right? You're like stabbing your own foot. There is a tension in the air for sure for you with the Grand Cross. There's also a powerful activation of your spirit. The sun is calling your soul back home. And all of the pain that is arising for you has to do with relationships. Venus has just recently finished her transit through her retrograde in Gemini, her inferior conjunction with the sun. She's been in Gemini since May, I think May 17th. And we're going to see her soon move finally out of Gemini. That's May, June, July. That's like almost like 3 months in a sign. That's a long time for Venus. Venus travels faster than the Earth, but somehow she's like been holding on and giving us a very clear sign, like, hey, North Node is in Gemini, I'm in Gemini, like these are relationships that we have to heal. So I'm going to go retrograde and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to go through the underworld and I'm going to take you on a journey so you can finally see what you're doing to yourself based on the relationships that you allow into your life. The Devil card and Venus are like, hey, there are certain relationships that are toxic that need to end. Certain relationships that keep stabbing you in the back. And you keep on looking away because you don't want to acknowledge that there's something there, that there's work that you have to do. Because this is like the whole thing about setting boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, or if you set boundaries and then you, quote unquote, let people break your boundary, or people break your boundary, the truth is that you're letting them by looking the other way. Like, stop turning your head the other way. Like, look straight towards the pain. Look at it. Face it. That's what you need to do. That's how you're going to heal this massive tension that is showing up for you as the Grand Cross. And remember, there's going to be a lot of squares in the sky this month. Strong squares between the gods of the universe, right? The god of war and the god of karma and the god of the underworld, and the most abundant god, Jupiter, that magnifies everything, who's actually on Saturn's side right now in Capricorn, which is kind of a weird heavy energy. So your relationships are the ones that are healing right now. You need to step into that healing. You need to stop looking away from what needs to be healed. Inner peace will come if you choose to do the work. Miracles will show up everywhere, and you will find more delight in your life than you've ever felt before. Remember, the work that you're doing is you're raising your vibration. In order to do that, there's certain things that you need to face. And it has to do with relationships that are toxic, that have been toxic, that have left you brokenhearted, that have stolen from you, in a sense, that have gotten away with, taking advantage of you, and that you have taken advantage of yourself because you haven't allowed yourself to look that abuse straight in the face. The moon is saying, new moon in Aquarius is saying, bring love into the situation, but love mostly for yourself. New moon in Leo is saying confidence is your key to success. And the waning moon is asking, what do you need to release? Your spirit guide for this month is Saint Bridget, Our Lady of exalted light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. That's beautiful. That's the sun. That's the same message as the sun card. This is your soul speaking through to you. Your soul is all you need. That's your inner guiding system. The emerald brings up, which is your crystal for the month, is all about love. It's all about opening the heart chakra. Open up your heart center. Heal the heart. Interesting, because you did get that Three of Swords, which is the broken heart, but the emerald will help heal it. So get some emerald in your life. Wear an emerald necklace. They're kind of expensive, but wear something, or carry some kind of emerald, or get a little emerald ring or something and put it on you, and let that healing energy of emerald start to heal the heart center and the heart chakra. That is a big theme for you here in this reading. And the bee is the spirit animal for you this month, and the bee is all about working together with people and knowing that you're not alone. Bees they're collaborators. They do everything together. Like, everybody has a job to do, and you need to allow yourself to find what your job is in the world. And that collaboration is also going to be something that helps you to realize that there's more healing relationships if you allow yourself to sort of attract them into your life by being in the right vibration, by being in the right state of mind, by raising your vibration. So good luck this month, and thank you for watching and picking this reading. Let me know in the comments how this resonated. If you need a private reading, you can book one on my website. Check out my online courses, Aquarian Astrology, my goddess courses, Woman and the Moon, and also my Etsy store has a 60% off sale through the end of July. And also make sure to subscribe to my podcast, Channel for Grace Uncut podcast, which is on all podcast platforms. Thank you guys so much. I will see you again next time. All right, pile number 4. Your theme is the Seas of Mintaka, which is about seeding the potential. And it's kind of hard to see, but just looking at the image is really beautiful. Seeding the potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Something this month is about to come to light that maybe you may not have been expecting, but it's something really important that you need to see. Expect that this month. The priestess is saying, how are you being called to step up and lead? You're being asked to step into leadership. There's a fast approaching energy, and the fast approaching energy, which is symbolized by the Eight of Wands, is basically clarity. It's clarity of mind. It's knowing exactly what you want. It's knowing what you don't want. It's knowing how to set healthy boundaries. It's knowing how to hold your space strongly. Be confident and know that what's best for you. And so you just gotta be kind of sharp-tongued. Don't sugarcoat things, and don't make things seem better than they are when they're not sometimes. But also just be clear. Be impeccable with your word. That is what this Queen of Swords represents. Because when you're impeccable with your word, which is one of the 4 agreements, you step into better manifestation of your dreams. Because that's how the law of attraction works. What you focus on, what you say, what you think, what you act upon, those things are coming to you constantly. You're constantly magnetizing everything. So that's if you magnetize by saying things, by using words, if you magnetize by thinking, by using thoughts or visualizing things that you don't want, you're going to bring those things more to you. The power of the law of attraction is very strong around you right now. You are manifesting strongly. The Nine of Cups is your wishes are coming true. So what are your wishes? You have to realize that everything you say, everything you do, all your words and deeds and actions, they are your wishes. So what are you wishing? Because that energy is coming fast, and you want to be focusing on the right stuff. This is a time for you to think about what's your destiny? What's your life purpose? What do you want for your life? What do you want for yourself? What is your North Node? Where is your North Node in your chart? If you don't know, you can always get a reading from me. But where is life taking you? This is a powerful activation of destiny for you. Jupiter return is bringing benefits. It's like bringing the abundance back. Whenever you have a Jupiter return, that's when usually like the financially you start to gain more. Especially if you have Jupiter in Capricorn. Maybe you were born with Jupiter in Capricorn and right now you're having your Jupiter return. And so financially you're like being activated. You're bringing in more money. Wherever your Jupiter is, see what sign it's in and find out when is your Jupiter return. Are you having one right now? Did you just have one? Are you going to have one? Do you have Jupiter in Aquarius? Because if you do, you're about to go through Jupiter return come into December. So there's lots of powerful, Jupiter expands things. Jupiter makes things bigger. This is activating your destiny. And the 12th house is the house of the divine. So this is like divinely guided energy that is activating for you in this month of August. The energies that you're going to feel is you're going to feel the purifying energy of really being clear. That clarity will bring purification. Jupiter will bring abundance. And the 12th house helps you focus on going forward, and also the North Node, on thinking about the future. What do you want? Where are you going? Where do you want to go in your life? The full moon in Taurus says your dreams need a practical plan. They always do. Seems like we can just wish upon a star and it can just happen, but that's not how it works. You got to take the steps to make it happen. So make yourself a list of all the things you want to create and manifest and bring into your life, and then make a list of action steps that you're going to take to make those things happen. The full moon in Aquarius is saying, show the world the real you. Step into your power. And the balsamic moon is saying that this is a time of healing. And remember, you're bringing the unconsciousness to light. You're going to see something that you weren't expecting to see, but it is going to be a powerful gift that you receive this month that will bring a lot of healing. So Pope Joan is your spirit guide. Pope Joan is the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Exactly. And because you're about to uncover something that has been hidden, what it is like it's perfect card to match the 9 of Cups. The wishes coming true. The possibilities are endless. They're limitless. It's beautiful reading. It's a very powerful, I'm really excited for whoever picks this pile, because it means that a lot of awesome things are coming in August for you. Moldavite, of course, Moldavite has to show up somewhere in these readings for August. Moldavite is one of the most powerful, probably the most powerful stones. Supposedly it comes not from Earth, but from some other planet, from meteoroids and stuff, and comets that have hit. That's how Moldavite is formed. So Moldavite is the universal energies acting here, and they activate when there's a lot of change. When you use Moldavite, that means you better get ready, because things will start happening fast and things will start changing a lot. But you are ready. You also got the bat, and the bat is, they're really cute, but the bat is about transformation. The bat is the night, going through that dark moment in your life and seeing through the dark and transforming. It also symbolizes the shaman's death, the shamanic death ritual, which you have to go through in order to be reborn. We all have to be reborn. We're all sort of, you're kind of going through a rebirth. That's what this bat card represents. Is there's a rebirth that you're activating. But when you get, when you're fully activated like this, the things that will come to you are going to be amazing. the abundance that is going to come to you is going to be magical. Like, I can't wait to see how this all unfolds for you. So let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. If there's anything in your life that has been going on that you feel this reading helped you clarify. And if you ever want to get a private reading with me, you can sign up on my website, channelforgrace.guru. Check out my Aquarian Astrology classes, modules, and also the Goddess and the Woman and the Moon courses, as well as my Etsy shop still has 60% off through the end of July. So that's just for a couple more days. And check out the podcast, the new podcast, Channel for Grace Uncut Podcast, which you can listen to through any podcasting platforms. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all next time.